What's up, future fighters? We are back. We have solved our code problem. What we got here? This is, we're doing some sharing. That's the website. We'll get to that in a little bit. But what we got to get back to is our AI scripts. Now, we just implemented this for script choose move. And what we're going to do is, you notice we commented this out, and we have it also in the other scripts that we are merging together indirectly with this script, our move setting script. So, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that and we're going to move on to the next one, which in this case is choose block. So here you can see we have move settings set, and that was a placeholder, and we're just going to use that as a template. And in this particular case, we're going to make the argument setting very similar to choose move. So now this gets its first argument. And then, now that we have that set, what we have to do is we have to find all the places in the AI that use that script, and we have to make that setting known. So these are all the scripts pulled out into one file, and there's our first setting. Script choose block. Let's find out where this is. That is obvious in the main AI. So let's open the main AI logic here, and we'll find all the choose blocks, and we're going to make it very similar to this, except the first argument is going to be a randomization argument. And we just want to take that. I really like copying and pasting things. I don't generally like typing out things because I don't want to have mistakes for typing introduced. So here's the second one right here. Third one, we can see it as well. We're just going to go ahead and use the next just to keep it cool. So choose block there, choose block there, choose block there, and that's it. All three of them. Boom, boom, boom. Great. So now let's go back to this and find, we're going to keep going through. So the first three, of course, are going to be in the main AI, which we just fixed. Now there's the definition of it, and that's just AI messages, so we don't need to update that. This we do need to update. So that's combo escape sequence, which is pretty cool because if you remember correctly, we're going to be making a setting below this later, but for right now, this is an override for this script as a whole. And that's okay. We're totally okay with that as long as it's working. Sometimes you got to override. And that was it. So that's choose block. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this, and I'm going to export the new sets of scripts. And since we proved with our choose move script that this works, this technique works, I'm not going to go through and do the testing again individually of each one of these scripts. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to build oops, sorry, the arguments for all of the rest of the scripts that need arguments built. And Then we'll test it at the very end. It helps me do things this way as well, because not stopping and starting lets me keep my mental model of what I'm doing solidly in my head. I don't have to rebuild that when I go to start again. So it's just helpful for me to do it this way. Efficient. It's efficient. And the more efficient we are, the faster we can get the game built. And the more we can do for the game itself, the more we can build for it, the better we can make it. So choose block is done. So we will move on to the next one, which is choose non-strike move. And that guy is here. Right here. So whenever I use a template, I always go back and start with the original. That way, if there's a mistake, it's the same mistake throughout. And you can see I have a placeholder setting here. This one's a little bit different because it gets set to 0 rather than something random. And this does have a current argument already. And so follow through is going to be its second argument. Just like that. Which is fine. It's more than okay. But it's going to be 0 so we're going to go look through the code for this guy. And the first place we find it is in script AI, which you would reason that we're always going to find these 3 main ones there. And so this is going to be 0, this is going to be 0, and this is going to be 0, because you don't want follow through on these moves. And these scripts are really turning out really cool now. Having this second argument, I really like it, because it tells you this is the index, this is the follow through. It's making those settings that you can that are constant. They're constant and they're consistent. Bye. Love you. My wife's making a delivery for her bakery, so she's off to the races. So boom, 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 and now since those were all 3 on the screen at once, we had 1, 2, and then this is the third one here, 22. Now we're gonna go to the next one. So this looks like a comment. Yeah, it is. Not a comment, an AI message. Or it might have been a comment. One of the two. But anyway, this is going to be actually still in the same place. So let's go back to the first one. And then there, we did those 3. We know that. And there's the comment. It is a comment. Here it is. Non-strike move. Gets a 0. Let's see where else. So this is end combo. So we pull that bad boy up. No, just leave it like that. Great. And non-strike move. So that's a -1 there. So we took care of that. And that's a message. AI message. AI message. That is a setting. Oh, that's odd. I thought I just did that. But it looks like it's in the same way. I don't know. Let me go back. Or I know we did that. Right there it is, 24. Okay. So I'm going to move forward in the code. Message, 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 assignment. Okay. Yeah. minus 1, which is going to be right here, which we've made. Okay, next. This is where choose move. Someday I might have to rename that script, since like choose combo, but sometimes you're not choosing a combo. Well, that is actually a combo move, but anyway, we don't have to do that now. Stay focused. Stay focused. So we just did that, added that argument. This is the actual script itself. Okay, boom, non-strike is good to go. So let's save that, do the same process again. We'll export all the scripts, the AI scripts, and we're going to load them up and make sure we have, in each one of these there are 2 arguments. There has to be 2 arguments, or else GameMaker will throw an error, which is fine, but if we can avoid that, then we're good to go. Great. So that takes care of non-strike move, and then the last one is, of course, combo escape sequence, which is here. And this one is a little bit different because the move, I set it down here and it's a random. However, what we want to do is we want to stay consistent. Of course, we want to have this all in the same place, always in the same place. So we're going to put it up here. Now this is going to be argument 0 because this is the first argument for this script. And this is just my way of my manual for scripts, my way of putting the instructions on how to use the script. I just put them up here at the top, how to use each one. And that's going to be the first argument, which is going to get set here, and these are going to be random. And it's okay that this gets overridden by the block. That's okay. You're allowed to override. But this will, when you're not greater than max distance from your opponent, you will take these settings and you'll run with them in its default state, which is good. And that's where we want it. So and we'll just leave it like that for our memory. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go and look through all of those places where it's made an assignment. Sorry, let me start at the beginning. So this is a comment. This is a setting, and that is end combo right here. So, but we want, remember what we said, we want to use the previous setting. We're not changing the setting, we're just making the assignment in an argument. We want to make sure we don't change the behavior of the AI by doing that. So that's good. My guess is that's the only place. Yeah, and that's the only place it should be. So I like to package things in scripts. It's a preference of mine. So we're going to save that, and what we're going to do is I'm actually just going to check mark close all these bad boys that are open and give that a save. And so and now I'm going to export again. And we're going to go hunting. And we just want to make sure that there's one argument for each assignment, and there is. These are all messages, so we're all good to go there. Yay! All right, now we made all the assignments. Next, we're going to do the testing. If you want to see that, go to docbrockgames.com. First, check out the alpha features of the game. Second, check out the characters, 2 characters that are in the game. Third, check out the screenshots. Fourth, get notified of release. And then go back to YouTube, subscribe, and we're going to finish off this session, which has been just excellent discovery. Really hope you've been enjoying it. I've definitely been enjoying doing it. So I'll see you at YouTube, and we're going to make more AI. See you there.